Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Stockport. Today we're on the profile of Shay Tilt. Someone told me they wanted to have a look. Unfortunately, in so doing, I realise I've just spoiled something, but we'll get to that. Now, this is actually the first episode I've recorded since the 19.2.0 version of the game came out with a whole raft of changes. Most importantly, there's some changes to the way that the AI defend corners, and I'm glad that's in. Hopefully they've messed with the throw-ins too, because that was my bigger complaint, to be honest. So we might be able to put our throw-in tactic back on again. We'll see. But for now, things are looking all right for us. I'll be very interested to see how the game plays now. Hopefully our tactic isn't completely broken by it. I'd like to think that that's not the case, because I don't think the tactic was doing anything weird with the match engine. I think we were just playing well and had good players for the positions. So hopefully, and if it does make it slightly more difficult, then so be it. I'm actually up for a bit of a fight, you know. I hear Shay Tilt had a twin brother named Full, so whenever Shay doesn't want to play, he just asks his twin to step up, and no one notices the difference. Honestly, I feel like his brother's probably been in the team the entire season because he's been playing full tilt. Also quite the poker player. I hear that Bridges got in a fight with Jason Banton because he took the final digestive biscuit for his tea, and with Banton getting questionable pleasure from dunking the final biscuit back into his tea, it was only going to end badly for Bridges. This was as a response to someone saying that Bruno Bridges looked like he'd been punched in the face. Poor old Bruno. Player of the season for us at the moment, and they are insulting the poor lad. Also, to rectify this issue, Jason Banton has now got out on loan to Hemel Hempstead Town. I don't know how he's going to get there, presumably be carried by people with like palm leaves and a throne or something, because I can't see him taking the peasants' transport, can you? Here's the best chance you'll ever have for Lord Booty. I haven't actually listened to this yet, so this should be quite interesting.
Look at that booty, show me the booty, give me the booty, I want the booty, back up the booty, I need the booty, I like the booty, oh,
that's a thing that's happened. Also, Louis Molden, whoever he could be, is now being sponsored by Owen Fitzsimmons. So you're the one funneling him money to keep him around at the moment. So maybe there's something to that. I don't know. Right, so you might be wondering about Shay Tilt. He's broken his arm, basically. He's going to be out for, well, 9 weeks at the time. It's now down to 3 weeks, which is not too bad. But it means that John Okoro has been getting some game time, boy. And more on that in a minute. Basically, I've decided that today is actually going to be a double live con with Shrewsbury and an FA Cup match, and you'll see why in a minute, which means we've got to get through these games quite quickly, otherwise this episode could be like Christopher Nolan movie length, but with a much worse soundtrack. First up, very tight away win at Crewe Alexandra. Kane Hemmings with the winner for us. It's just nice to see Kane Hemmings get back into the team, get some goals under his belt, and in theory not be injured for too much longer. Shay Tilt, this was the game he was injured in, so he hasn't played in any of the other matches this month. Bruno Bridges still put in a solid performance, obviously. Next up, weirdly, in the FA Cup first round, we were away at Notts County, as you know. We fell behind in this one. Luis Alessandro gave them the lead after 11 minutes, but thankfully we turned it round. A goal against his former side for Kane Hemmings, and the winner scored by Alec Mudimu. Not convincing, but it put us through to the second round, where we've been drawn against Bolton Wanderers, which is going to be the second game of today's live comms, because I thought it'd be kind of fun, and it will see if we can get to the third round. But I think that's going to be tough. Bolton are a good side. Next up, we were beaten at home by Burnley's under-23s, and I felt this was a bit of a mugging, frankly. We were still pretty decent on the night, but Burnley got the one goal through Kyle Allen. They barely did anything other than that, really, on the night. In fact, Patterson got absolutely rinsed by us on the night, but that's 3 defeats in 3 in the Checkatrade Trophy this year. Not great, is it really, considering how well we're doing in other competitions? But there you go, swings and roundabouts and all that jazz. Next up, we were at home against Wickham, struggling in the league, and we were very, very good on the night. They didn't even have a single shot on target against us. However, I made a massive error in this game, which worked in my favour. Kane Hemmings went off injured. Huge surprise there. He isn't actually properly injured, but he went off because it said he was. I accidentally brought on Simon Ford because I made the mistake and thought that I'd put Chris Thorpe on the bench, so I ended up putting a winger on up front, a young 16-year-old winger. I mean, you can see what happened. He scored the winner for us, if you like, in the 50th minute, and then he set up Jaden Anthony for his goal. Somehow didn't win man of the match despite getting a goal and an assist. That honour went to Scott Duxbury, but still a fantastic performance from the youngster, and it's nice to see him getting off the mark. And finally, we wrap things up with a 4-0 thumping away at Crawley, who are bottom of the league, to be fair to them. Kane Hemmings' hat-trick in this game with a penalty in there too, and one from Paris Magoma. Kane Hemmings really starting to hit the ground running. Now, I have to show you his second goal. I know we've not got a lot of time, but I have to show you this. Okay, so watch what happens when this ball comes into the box. Watch what happens here. It is a mentalist. Hits the goalkeeper, hits the bar, defender clears it against the bar, Hemmings then runs in and heads it into the back of the net. What an absolute mess for Crawley that was. But all of that leaves us sitting 4 points clear at the top of League 2. 31, goal difference of plus 31 at this stage in the season. Bruno Bridges now is the second highest rated player in the league, behind a guy called Jay Benteke. I wonder if he's related to, I mean, he's even wearing a Palace kit. And he's Belgian. He has to be related, right? Not only that, the board have agreed to up our youth recruitment yet again, so now it is well established. I cannot wait till the youth intake, because we've had the Brexit thing. We don't know exactly what kind of Brexit we're going to get yet, which is ironic considering today's the day they're actually voting on Brexit, but never mind about that. In the game, we don't know what kind of Brexit we're going to get, so we might have to rely on more young players coming through, so boosting our youth academy now could be very, very valuable later down the line. It really, really could. And they've also increased our junior coaching budget too, and I think that's very important to concentrate on the youth side of things. I've also made a signing. This is Jack Stevenson. He's a 17-year-old striker, but he is a deep-lying forward through and through. He's got bad finishing and first touch, but we can train that kind of stuff. But it's the passing that I'm really interested in. 12 passing, 9 vision, decent strength. He's 6 foot tall, good balance, a lot of good positional things, basically. We've picked him up for like £40,000 over 3 years, which is better than the compensation offered. Right, we've little time to mess around now, since I had a lot of stuff to talk to you guys about, but I like it when that happens. Don't worry, the story of Louis Malden will continue in the next episode because I've got all kinds of additions to that to show you. But today we're playing Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury have dropped off a little bit now. Emma Hayes not having the effect she was at the start of the season, but they're still right in there and a win would bring them very close. So, Okoro, as you can see, has been playing a fair amount in these last few minutes. He's been getting some game time, hasn't scored a goal yet, but has got a few assists, which is nice. I've actually been utilising the quick pick a little bit more by setting up some guidelines so that I can hit it and then adjust it after that so that we get the unfit players out of the team. Puts Booty back in there. We're obviously not going to put Booty in there. We're going to put Moody. Ooh. I'd rather not have Booty in that position, but might not be such a bad idea, to be honest. This is what I mean. The quick pick actually can work sometimes. Although I'm tempted to keep Okoro in the team over Jaden Anthony because he's performed slightly better. And I really want to give the youngster as much game time as possible. I love Jaden Anthony. I do. Also notice how I keep alternating between Jaden and Jayden. I'm really not sure. I think it is Jaden. It's just the I is sort of completely superfluous at this point. So I think that's the team we're going to go with. Hemmings, Shadipo, Okoro, Booty Payne, DeMeo, Duxbury, John, Gray, Bruno Bridges, and of course, Louis Malden in goal. On the bench, Hinchcliffe, Casey, JTB, Stevenson, Kakay, and Kebby. Oh no, Simon Ford on there as well after his wonderful performance against Wickham. Of course, we've still got the 3D match engine on. That's a nice shot. I'm actually tempted, maybe, for the next series I do on YouTube to actually use the 3D. It's starting to look better and better in my eyes. And I think it maybe, just maybe, it might be time for me to move over to it. But not for this one yet. We're going to stay with 2D for now. But maybe the next series I do, don't know what that could be yet. I've got a couple of ideas, though. Might be in 3D. Plus, my computer can handle it these days. Oh, wow, look at some of this. This is what the beautiful thing about having a slightly bigger squad this season has done for us. The ability to rotate these players around. Why has the bit disappeared that allows me to... I'm confused. Ah, there it is. For some reason, it disappeared and it wouldn't let me change the camera angle back. That's really weird. I've never seen that happen before. There we go. Back to where we should be. At home against Shrewsbury. Biggest game of the season so far for us. Let's get out there and do this. I want to see how this new update affects our tactic. I don't think it'll affect it too much. I think it will probably just nerf the amount of goals you score from corners, but that will affect the AI teams too. And hopefully the throw-ins as well. And maybe some of the defending, because it can be a bit silly at times. Bridges. And he's found Kane Hemmings. Oh, what a ball from Bruno Bridges. That's the key passes for days. He's getting so many key passes. He averages 1.3 key passes a game, whereas Kakay averages, 0.29. There's players in acres, and there is Okoro into the channel. Can he find a cross? And he does! And Hemmings has hit the crossbar with that. What a great ball that was. Williams, it's this particular area where we always tend to struggle with balls through. And he's got around the wrong side. What a save from Malden. Huge stop. This is tight. The possession has severely come down now. We might have to just drop it back to positive. The best thing to do, even if we were to draw, I wouldn't be too bothered. It's just I don't want to lose this game, really. Ball back post, drop down for Okoro! What a save from the goalkeeper. We've had enough chances to be in front in this game, but Shrewsbury have had some good chances too. So, half-time, 0-0. Probably been the better side. I've put it back on positive, and it's pushed our possession stat back up again. I think that was what was doing it. Colchester still 0-0 against Stevenage, so that's important. We're the better side and should be in front, but we haven't taken our chances yet. Uh-oh. Ball in. Oh, it's in off the crossbar. Michael Ihekwe with the goal and Shrewsbury lead. God damn it. This is what happens when you don't take your chances. This is a good ball in. From Randall Williams, but he just gets up at the near post and what is he doing? He's walking along like he's got a wheelbarrow in his hands. I don't know what Malden's doing there. Here we go. Booty with the cross. Gray's at the back post, and he's headed it over the bar. What a chance for John Gray. Now, we're going to have to go very attacking for the final 10 minutes. We need, it's either, a defeat is a defeat, whether it's by 1 goal or 2. We need to try and get the winner, or the equaliser even. Booty. He's got a good free kick on him. Oh, what a save from the goalkeeper. John Gray. Cleared away. Go on, have a run at your man. I know you're tired. JTB. Men surging across. Ooh, Duxbury's probably going to struggle to do much with that. Finds Okoro at the back post. Yes! John Okoro scores his first ever goal for Stockport County. The equaliser in the well, not the title decider or anything like that, but a massive top of the table clash. John Okoro scores his first ever senior goal. What a ball this is from Scott Duxbury. I think this is just pure hit and hope. Terrible defending to allow Okoro in there, and he's hit it first time into the back of the net. Stockport 1, Shrewsbury 1, a huge equaliser, and the crowd goes mild. Like, we're into the 6th minute here of, there we go. Final whistle, Stockport 1, Shrewsbury Town 1. Bit unfortunate not to win that one. We played very, very well on the night, but John Okoro, a 16-year-old, gets the equaliser for us in a massive game for our season. He's got a few assists this year, and he wins player of the match for his trouble as well. He's going to be a Stockport legend. I can already feel it. Right, guys, we're back on the day of the game against Bolton. They're managed by Alan Pardew. It makes me want to win even more to get one over on Pardew. Unfortunately, Darren Stevenson twisted his ankle in training. He's going to be out for 6 weeks. Like, what did he do? Stand perfectly still and spin 720 degrees? How do you get out for 6 weeks with a twisted ankle? Darren. Maybe he's off on holiday and he just didn't want to tell me. So we'll shuffle things around a little bit with the old quick pick and then take a little look at it ourselves. So we don't want Magoma playing as the deep line playmaker today, really, if we can avoid it. And I'd rather have Moody Moo in there than Booty. In fact, probably I'd rather have Booty playing there, to be honest. You might notice that Booty's actually transfer listed by request. Not from us, obviously, from Huddersfield, which is kind of interesting. Belic will be fine in there. Okoro, it's interesting that my assistant is now preferring John Okoro in that position. Interesting. Bridges, obviously John Gray. Lewis now in at the left-back spot with Hemmings up top. And, of course, Malden in goal. On the bench, Hinchcliffe, Casey, Magoma, Anthony Feeney, Kebby, and Simon Ford, although we want JTB on there too. Probably ahead of... Head of Morgan Feeney. I feel like they've changed this screen. It feels nicer, but I definitely think they've changed it. It looks good. In fact, oh, that's what it is. The updates obviously removed some of the interface for some reason. It's pretty simple. It's basically a free hit. I imagine Bolton are fairly close to the top of League One. Right, let's do it. Free hit. If we can get through here against League One Bolton, which is it would be quite an impressive feat considering they are 6th in League One and we're playing away. Is it the Macron? That would be quite a feat for us. And I mean, we could get to the FA Cup 3rd round and maybe get ourselves... Oh, imagine if we got one of the Manchester sides. That would be bloody brilliant. That face when you're waiting for something to happen. Bolton have definitely probably been the better side in terms of creating chances, but so little's happened in this game. Okoro's got it to his feet, though. He's got a lot of space here for Shadipo. He could have found him. He has found him! Shadipo's shot is saved by... I thought I said vagina. Sorry. I'm a child, I know. Spins his man nicely. He's got Okoro sneaking in at the back post. Can he find him? Moody. Oh my god, he should have found John Okoro. He made the perfect run. We had a massive overload and he couldn't find the pass. Lewis's ball goes short, interestingly. Why is he going short? Okay, so half-time, pretty even. We've had a couple of chances ourselves. Bolton have 2, 0-0. I want to take a look at the tactics, though. Why is it... Look, player instructions, far post. So why are they not doing it to the... I understand nerfing corners. Fine, that makes perfect sense. But nerf the defence. Don't nerf my player's ability to actually take them properly. Like, he's clearly decided... They're supposed to take them to the far post and they're not doing it. I don't get it. That's a bit weird. We're giving it our best shot, though. That's what I would say. We're certainly not looking outclassed by League One Bolton at this point. Bruno Bridges has caught out and opening over his through. And he's missed. That's the one thing. Bruno Bridges, he just doesn't seem to have the positional awareness to cover those spaces. That's the one position they always seem to get in on against us. This game is very much on the line. Booty's ball. He has gone back post this time. Aaron Lewis. Saved by Virginia. Booty's ball. John Gray. And it's cleared. Bruno Bridges does superbly well. Finds Booty now with a good cross. Aaron Lewis. Okoro? Yes! It's going to be an own goal. It surely can't be counted. It's a David Wheater own goal and we lead away from home at Bolton Wanderers in the FA Cup. Oh, mate, I thought John Okoro was going to do it again, but oh, look at the ball. Is the ball black? I mean, that's fancy and all that, but I genuinely thought that John Okoro was going to score another goal. I mean, it's hit David Wheater in the face and bounced past the goalkeeper. I'm giving John Okoro the credit for the goal, at least. This kid is something else. I'm a fan. I mean, literally, we've not had a single highlight since our goal. I'm going to make one more change here to bring in Magoma for Moody Moo, just so we've got a bit more ingenuity in that midfield. Booty's ball in. Maybe we can get one late one. And I think that was actually... No, apparently it's a goal kick. I thought that was a Bolton header. Go on, just take the kick, Malden. Don't need to muck around now. The referee's going to blow the whistle. And they're all pushing up for some reason. There we go. He's actually just blown the whistle. Bolton 0, Stockport County 1. A David Wheater own goal, thanks to John Okoro, gives us the win, and we are into the FA Cup 3rd round. Watch us get a National League side or something. Because I know a few of them are through, like Salford. Right, here we go. 3rd round. Not going to mess around. We're just going to hit the draw, and somebody good. Please, please, please. Nottingham Forest of the Championship. I mean, it's not the glamour tie of the round, is it really? Oh, God. Dartford are playing Sunderland, which is pretty cool. They're the lowest team. I can't believe we got Forest. I mean, it's fine. It's a better team, but it's the sort of team that are probably going to knock us out and we won't get on TV or anything like that. But it's still cool to get there. Right, next episode. I guess it makes sense if we do the Nottingham Forest game in the next episode. A bit of FA Cup fun. Lots of games off camera. Well, like 5, which would be pretty damn cool. There's a Colchester game in there as well, which would be kind of interesting. But I think in the FA Cup, it'd be quite nice to concentrate on this one anyway, since it's a big game. If you have enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, I mean, we got a good draw with a late equaliser against our title rival, and we won away at Bolton in the FA Cup, which is pretty damn cool. So drop a like on the video, that would be superb. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button for more videos like this in your inbox every single day at 6. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for some FA Cup third round magic, hopefully. We are at home against Nottingham Forest, hopefully a full house at least, and you never know, we might get on telly. Bit unlikely though. Anyway, see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.